Assalamualaikum. I am Jawad Ahmad. Today we are present in our next class on law of equi marginal utility, under which we are going to study what is the practical significance or importance of law of equi marginal utility. In previous classes, we have studied under two laws of ordinal utility approach that says that we can measure utility in terms of numeric values, that is 10, 20, and any others. First law was law of diminishing marginal utility. Another was law of equi marginal utility. If you haven't studied both of them, I am also giving their links behind in description section, so you can watch these classes first in order to study the practical significance of law of equi marginal utility. Let's start this. This law provides provides a solution of basic economic problem that we have to tackle in our daily life, that we have only limited resources but want are unlimited. We have to face a number of economic problems in our daily life. Some of them are what to produce, mainly depending upon the supplier. Supplier thinks what to produce. The consumer thinks what to consume in available resources. Third one is for whom to produce. Who are the intended users of the product in the market? Intended users. So, in order to answer all these queries, the law of equi-marginal utility helps to tackle this problem through utilization of minimum resources or minimum factors of production to achieve unlimited wants or ends of the user. The user may be a consumer, a supplier, or any other person. It may be the government or other financial institutions. The first solution of this problem that is given through law of equity margin utility is the problem of application in consumption. It guides consumers to get maximum satisfaction. They must buy such goods that gives higher or greater level of marginal utility and must quit such goods that gives less marginal utility. So, in this case, when the consumer selects such goods which gives more utility as compared to the goods and that give less marginal utility, his satisfaction or its end or its need, that is utilization of minimum resources in order to achieve unlimited wants achieve. So it helps the consumer to decide which goods should be consumed and which should be quit. Second is application in producers. How this law helps producers. It guides producers to use those factors of production which have higher marginal productivity and should quit factors of production who gives less marginal productivity. It means that the factors of production whose efficiency or effectiveness in production is greater should be used. So, this problem of producer is also solved with the help of law of equi margin utility. Now, as this law has already have the consumer, the producer, now it helps the layman in order to decide what to exchange and in whose correspondence it should be exchanged. It helps buyers and the sellers both to decide ratio means percentage of exchange means which good should be exchanged in place of which goods means ratio at which marginal utility of both goods is same. For example, a marginal utility of car is 50 and a marginal utility of gold is also 50. Then such goods whose marginal utility is same should be exchanged with each other. So in this our example, car can be exchanged with the gold. So this is the practical significance of law of equity margin utility in which the need of the consumer is firstly addressed, then producer, and then need of both buyers and sellers have been addressed by determining the marginal utility as a base for exchange, for consumption, and for production. So the conclusion is that the goods that give higher marginal utility should be consumed, higher productivity factors of production should be used, and buyer and seller should exchange such goods which give same level of marginal utility. So this was our today's class in which we have studied the practical significance of law of equity margin utility. In our next class, we are going to study the next approach that is ordinal utility approach that says that utility can't be measured, means it cannot be measured in terms of numeric values, but you can give preference to one good in respect of the other. So let's meet in the next class for the next learning objective that is indifference curve. Thank you for your time.